People always ask me, Ronald, how do I Instapot chicken? I don't know. I'm not Ronald. I'm Adam. And I'm going to show you how to measure for a shade. First things first, when measuring for an inside mount shade, is we want to look for any crooked lines, whether that's going up or down here, back to front or front to back, or from left to right. Sometimes windows can have uneven surfaces from left to right or top to bottom, so what we want to look for is to make sure that there's not any really crazy outstanding differences. The window we're working with here is pretty straight, but I'm going to show you what I mean. You always want to measure in 3 different spots. You want to measure the bottom left to right, the middle left to right, and the top left to right. Most shade manufacturers measure down to the 1/8, so when looking at your measurements, make sure to look for the closest 1/8. So here we go. I'm going to press the tape up against this edge at the bottom side of the window. And I come and I look here, and this bottom section here is 54 5/8 wide. Next, I'm going to bring it to the middle. And it's about the same, 54 5/8. And then coming to the top, we've got the same, 54 5/8. So that's going to be a good measurement to send to the manufacturer for width. A situation that may come up, especially in older windows, is that the drywall is going to be crooked going from the front to the back or from the back to the front. So I'm going to exaggerate, but basically this surface here, the inside mount surface, is either going to be angled like this or it's going to be angled like this. What you want to do is with your eyes see which way it angles if it does, and actually take the smaller measurement and send that to the manufacturer, because that way the shade will fit properly. Now, in measuring for the height of the shade, there's actually 2 different ways that you can go. For an example, with roller shades, the height measurement doesn't need to be as precise because there's material rolled onto the shade, and you can actually make minor adjustments up or down to make a roller shade fit just right. When measuring for Roman shades or blinds, because it's a fixed panel, you want to make sure that the measurement is a little bit more precise than you would for a roller shade. So let's check it out. On the left, 36 3/4. Middle, a little less than 36 3/4. And 36 3/4. So regardless of the type of shade that I've chosen, a blind, a Roman shade, or a roller shade, I would go with the height measurement as 36 3/4 here. It is important to note that shade manufacturers make a deduction in the measurements that you give them so that it fits perfectly in the window. That's why it's important to make sure that the measurements are precise. I'll be making another video showing how the different shades and blinds fit inside the opening, but for now this is a good starting point on figuring out how to measure. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Check out my company Mac Drapery Service for all your window covering needs. And as always, stay made in the shade.